So, up until now we've only been solving equations that only take us one step to solve. Now we're going to have equations that are going to take us 2 steps to solve. So we're going to be doing inequalities and equations that take 2 steps. Okay, so we have some steps just like before. Remember, when we're solving a 2-step equation or inequality, our goal is still the same. Our goal is to get the variable by itself. Alright, so we want to get the variable all by itself. We're solving for that variable. So step 1, we're going to simplify each side of the equation just like we did before. So if we have minus a negative, we have to change it all to positive. Step 2, the first thing we have to do is undo the addition and subtraction. So what's going to happen is every single time we have a 2-step equation, you're going to undo the addition and subtraction first. After you undo the addition and subtraction, step 3, you will undo the multiplication or division. Okay? And the reason why we do it in this order is because when we're solving, what we're really doing is everything backwards, right? We're doing taking the opposite operation of everything that's being done. So what comes last in order of operations? The addition and subtraction. So when we are undoing equations or undoing order of operations, we need to go backwards. So we undo addition and subtraction first, then multiplication and division. Step 4, we're going to solve for the variable, and then last, step 5, we're going to check our solution. Alright, and then I just want you to make a note reminding yourself, I've already said this, but solving undoes order of operations. So what we're doing is undoing the equation. So we're undoing order of operations, so we need to perform order of operations backwards. That is the reason why we undo subtraction and addition first, and then do multiplication and division. Solve this one. Example number 1, we have 3x plus 1 equals 10. So the first question that we're asked is, what side of the equation is the variable on? What side is the variable on, guys? The left or the right? The left. Okay, so we know we're going to be looking at the left-hand side. Second question, is there a number being added or subtracted to the left side? Is there? Yes. What's the number? 1. We have a plus 1 here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to get rid of that plus 1. How do I get rid of plus 1? I subtract 1, and whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So I subtract 1 from both sides. Okay, so you do need to be doing this work right here. 1 minus 1, what does that give me? 0. So what is left on the left-hand side? 3x equals 10 minus 1, 9. Okay, so far we did one step. We subtracted 1 from both sides. Okay, so right now we have 3x equals 9. Now let's look at our next question. Is there a number next to the variable?
Yes.
Yes, we have what number next to the variable? 3. What operation is that if I have 3x? Good, multiplication. So what am I going to do to get rid of multiplication? Very good, you guys. I divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by positive 3. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. So what is left on the left-hand side?
1x.
Just a 1x all by its lonesome. 9 divided by 3? 3. Alright, let's look at this. Our goal was to do what? Who can tell me, raise your hand, what is our goal? Our goal is to get the variable by itself. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have the variable by itself? Yes, we do. We have x equals 3, right? So what am I going to do with my answer? Circle it or I box. Okay, you can box. So our answer is x equals 3. How do I check my answer? Who can tell me? Bree. I plug it in. So everywhere that I see X, I'm going to write in 3. So let's check. 3x, which is 3, so we have 3 times 3, and remember, every time we plug something in, we put it in parentheses, plus 1. We don't know if this is true yet, but we want it to equal 10. Now we need to follow order of operations. So in order of operations, in simplifying this left-hand side, what do I do first? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Matthew, what do I do first? Multiply. 3 times 3 gives me 9. So we have 9 plus 1 equals 10. And ladies and gentlemen, you've known this since kindergarten. What is 9 plus 1? 10. Very good. So we have 10 equals 10. Is that a true statement? Yes, it is. So we got the correct answer. All right, so example 2, I have 3x plus 4 equals negative 11. Okay. All right, negative 11. I need to follow my steps. So my first step is to get rid of that addition or subtraction. So I'm going to get rid of this plus 4 by subtracting 4 from both sides. And I know that positive 4 minus 4 is 0, which is what we wanted to do. We wanted to cancel out that positive 4. So on the left-hand side, I have just 3x left equals negative 11 minus 4. Look at my signs. Are they the same or different? They're the same, and I remember when my signs are the same, do I add or subtract? I add, so I have negative 15. Now I don't have x by itself yet. I need to get rid of that multiplication by 3, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I'm left with just x by itself equals negative 15 divided by positive 3. Everybody, a negative divided by a positive is a negative, so we get negative 5. And I need to box my answer. Okay, who can tell me how I check my answer? Nikki, how do I check my answer?
You plug in negative 5 or x.
Very good. I plug it in. How many of you have heard that song? Plug it in, plug it in. Yep, that's what we do. So we're going to have 3 times negative 5. Remember, whenever we plug something in, we always, here, let me move that so it's not glaring. We always want to put parentheses around it. Plus 4. And we want the whole thing to equal negative 11. We're not sure yet if it does. That's really bad. There we go. Okay, so we're not sure yet if it does. We're going to check and find out. Okay, so to solve this thing, or to simplify, I'm sorry, we have to do multiplication first. Positive 3 times negative 5 gives me negative 15, and we still have plus 4, and we want that to equal negative 11. And negative 15 plus 4. Here, my signs are different, so am I going to add or subtract them? Subtract. So 15 minus 4 gives me 11. And which sign is the winner in this case? The negative. So we get negative 11 equals negative 11. True statement? Yes, it is. So we got the correct answer. The answer is x equals negative 5. Alright, so example 3, we have 4x minus 5 equals negative 9. What I want you all to do is I want you to try this one by yourselves, and we'll see if you can get it.